In the curriculum design part, it's a traditional practice. How do we introduce a course? Course means many of them known as a subject. Okay, introduction of the courses or the subject. It is based on the expectation of the faculty. I am not complaining anything that this is not to be done. This is what is in practice. Of course, there are a lot of advantages are also here. I'm just collecting an idea that what is traditionally followed by many institutions here. So we introduce courses in a curriculum or in the syllabi based on the expectations of the faculty. The second thing is, how do we get the syllabus component is, we are going to look at what is the content of the latest book in that particular domain. Then we introduce that particular thing. The problem here it is, the background of the students are not basically considered here. That's one of the things. And the second observation is, what is the length of the syllabus? For expertise in that particular subject, they may feel that this particular content may be covered in 30 hours to 40 hours. But for a student, the first time they are going to listen or the students are introduced to the particular topic, they may get to take more time. I am talking about this particular one, it's the length of the syllabus, how we are going to assess it. The third point is that how we are going to do the question papers. Whether it is in most of the institutions, if you look at there are in the descriptive type, describe, explain, or the essay type question. Normally, it focuses on the understand level in the cognitive domain, not on the higher order thinking skills. That's another observation. Then what is the role of the industry in framing this particular curriculum? There's a big question mark here. Then the question is on whether our graduates are role-ready engineers. That's going to be the next question I would like to answer. I would like to make it here. The question is on the competencies of the graduates, what we are producing now. There may be a few exceptions in the current practice that even though we introduce some of the courses like multi-user detection, convex optimization in ECE curriculum for the undergraduate level itself, they take, some students take advantages of it, and then they are getting the higher institute admission immediately after their graduation. That's going to be a beautiful thing. But if you look at the overall traditional practice here, it is teacher-centric. We decide what we want to cover. We decide how to deliver it to the student. We decide how to assess that particular thing. This is the current practice now. So the shift is focusing from course objective, that means I'm talking about as a teacher-centric, to course outcomes, that is to the learner-centric. The basic advantage of going from the teacher-centric to the learner-centric or from course objective to the course outcomes is nothing but how we are going to look at, we want to make sure that the learning is achieved, the constant for all the students now. From our earlier practice, we have a syllabus. Suppose let us assume that we get 5 minutes in our syllabus, one particular course. We fix the timing as 9 hours for each unit. Totally, we say that each unit should be covered for 9 hours, but the learning will be variable now. Now the thing is that based on the student's ability, if you are able to adjust the syllabus component, if you are able to adjust the time component here, the learning will be constant among the student. That is what is the focus now. That is the basic motivation for the OBE also, outcome-based education. So how we are going to look at this particular framework now, his idea is we start from the institute level. What is the reason for which the institution is established? The vision and the mission of the institution. Then the same question I'm making it is for the department also. What is the mission for which, what is the aim for which the department is established? This is given by the department, vision and the mission of the department. Then the institute level, we are getting a framework for the curriculum, such as the number of credits, how many credits should be allotted for the foundation courses like humanities and social science, basic science, engineering sciences, how much should be for core, how much should be electives. That is the framework, normal in institute level framework, we are making it here. Then at the second level, it's a program level, we try to write what is the program educational objectives. That makes us a visionary statements we are going to make. After 3 to 5 years of graduation, what about the abilities of our students? That means 4 years they are in the campus, our campus, then 3 years they may be in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 3 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are in the campus, then 3 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 4 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 3 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 4 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 4 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 4 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 4 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 4 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 4 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are in the higher learning institution or in an industry. 4 years they are in the campus, 4 years they are collectively what will be their ability after 3 to 5 years of graduation. Then we are writing the program outcomes, that is the graduate attributes given by International Engineering Alliance. In India, it has become a common thing because it has been adopted in NBA as program outcomes. And this is to be measured at the time of graduation. Then in order to specifically make sure that what is our focus, we are writing program specific outcome, that is 2 to 4. The ECE program, that is Electronics and Communication Engineering program offered in our institute, is the Tyagarajan College of Engineering. The focus is different what is offered in PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore. So this is where I'm going to look at that. This is my focus. This is the focus of my program. I'm going to specify it here. Then at the scheduling of courses, in order to achieve these things, what are the courses to be offered and what are the course outcomes? So once I am going to decide on that, these are all the courses may be offered. Then I come to the course level now. At the course level, I would like to make it as a course design that contains, it starts from the course outcome. What about the student's ability at the end of these courses? I am teaching this particular course. At the end of the course, what are the abilities that can be demonstrated by the students? That we call it as course outcomes. At the end of the things, then I decide what are the content delivery part of it, whether it should be a theory course, practical course, project, assignment or tutorial, seminar or theory cum practical. There are many options I can select it here. This is a course level I'm going to do it. Once it is decided, this is the planning is done correctly, then it is also delivered. I'm looking to look at that assessment. Assessment starts from in class. Sometimes it may be used for grading or it may not be for the grading purpose. Then course level, I would like to measure the course outcome. Then the program level, the program outcome, program specific outcome, then program educational objectives. These things are to be measured. Then at the institute level, whether we are in the right direction. It is a vision and mission of the department as well as the institution. So along with this, we need to prepare our faculty members so that they are adapted to the outcome-based education now. There are two things I'm aiming at here. One is about the faculty core competence. Then the second one is the faculty teaching competence. The two things are very important here. I'm emphasizing the teaching competence part of that also. So next level is going to be on continual improvement. This is the loop that has to be completed now. We start from the design part. We can deliver that content to the students. Then we assess whether they have received it properly or not through the use of the course outcome, program specific outcome. Then I am going to look at that. Is there anything to be modified? That means I get to get a feedback from all my stakeholders that should be analyzed for the continual improvement. Then I get to take an action on that particular pass. So it is going to be as a feedback loop. We are going to complete it in the OBE framework. This is a thing I am going to look at in the curriculum design part. In my opinion, all the graduate attributes cannot be accommodated in the curriculum itself. That means we get to plan the co-curricular as well as extracurricular activities to meet some of the graduate attributes like lifelong learning, then project management and finance. Some of them we get to be accommodated from co-curricular and extracurricular activities. So the thing is now, the OBE model along with choice-based credit system, okay, it gives us a lot of flexibility. That's what I mentioned in the very first slide itself, a flexible system. That the flexibility means how we are going to make a balance. That's going to be the question will be, this is a common question asked by many persons. The balanced curriculum involves, there should be a fundamental thing, system and applications. Some courses should address fundamental part, system level and application part. There should be classical versus state of art. This is the second thing we are going to look at it here. And how many courses are industry supported? Okay, it is proposed by the industry. So to meet the state of art technologies in a particular domain, then we would like to frame a course articulation matrix and a program articulation matrix. I would like to emphasize some time on this course articulation matrix. Course articulation matrix is nothing but the mapping between course outcome and program outcome as well as program specific outcome. The idea is I take a course Then I am writing some 5 or 6 course outcomes for that particular course. Each course outcome, I would like to map it with the program outcome as well as program specific outcome. This will be done by the course designer individually. Then I'm going to look at that. What is the average of that particular thing? That means I gave let us assume that I gave 5 course outcomes. I'm mapping with some program outcomes. Some of them may be at the higher level correlation. Some of them with medium level correlation, and some of them with low level correlation. I take the average of all these things. Then finally, as a course, what are the things available? That is the low I'm going to take it here. That will be accommodated in a program articulation matrix. That is going to be the fundamental thing. This matrix will give us an idea that our curriculum, how much it accommodates all the graduate attributes. If at all any gap, that will be that can be supported by co-curricular and extracurricular activities. 1 second, sir. I'll just continue here. The second part is, the first part is mainly concentrating on OBE part of it. The second one about the choice-based credit system. That means a flexible structure for an individual student. If a student want to become a designer, what I get to do? What are the courses to be offered, or what are the courses to be chosen by the students? And if it is the, I have a question here. How can we commonly design the curriculum with OBE and the CBCS? Should this be considered together for autonomous colleges? Framework-wise, this is outcome-based education. As a course designer or the curriculum designer, we can focus on the outcome-based education. When we are offering that particular course, when a student will select that particular course, that will be decided by them. We are giving that flexibility to the student. That implies it's a choice-based credit system. So OBE should be from the designer point of view, it's just a outcome-based education. It covers all student needs, like a designer, project leaders, entrepreneur, also whomsoever they want to be here. So it is a general framework I'm having along with in OBE format here. But which student will take which particular course at which time, that will be decided by them. That flexibility is given by choice-based credit system. But within a framework here, I'm going to give the number of credits for the foundation, number of credits for the core, electives, project, skill-oriented courses. Everywhere we get to give the flexibility. Say for the core courses, they may take some 50 to 60 credits they get to hand. If a student wants, they can go up to 60. If other student wants, they can complete it. Only 50 is sufficient. The system should allow that particular kind of the things. But fundamentally, OBE and CBCS, there should be a constructive alignment among the learning outcomes, learning activities, and assessment part. Learning outcomes come from the curriculum outcomes, curriculum design, learning activities from the content delivery, and how we are going to assess. There should be a constructive alignment here. Most of the institutions, we are not going for this alignment is missing. That's why we are facing a lot of problems now. This is going to be the critical things now in any design part of this.